So these past couple weeks have been, pretty stressful. And I have to admit that a while ago, I used to have this issue of like dwelling in my thoughts a little bit more than I should. And I still sometimes catch myself doing that. And so this week was one of those weeks where like I caught myself doing that, where I was like sitting in this like negative thought for a little too long, and a cloud started to like, get over my head more than it should. And when things like this tend to happen, I like to sit there and reflect and really kind of just understand why is it that I'm going through this, so that I can maneuver around it and make sure to control it a little better the next time it does come around. Just like the natural evolution of any person as you mature up. This time though, I had a really interesting realization. So part of my stress was because about like 4 months ago, I started this whole new business venture with a partner of mine. And for some reason, I was just sitting there thinking about how our bills have stacked up so quickly over the past 4 months. And how I have to have X amount of dollars minimum in the bank each month just to pay off my bills before I make any money. And this time, instead of going so much deeper into that thought, the whole thought of like, I have to make all this money just to survive, where I'm approaching this with like an insanely scarce mind, instead I kind of reversed it on myself, and I was like, you know what? I'm super grateful to have these problems. Like once upon a time, I didn't even have this business. Once upon a time, this business had no clients. It literally didn't even have money coming through it to pay bills. And then I took it a step even further, and I told myself, wait, why am I naming these things as problems? Like they're not problems, they're opportunities. I have an opportunity to lead this business. I have an opportunity to serve my clients. I have an opportunity to pay bills. I mean, like how freaking awesome that I have an American Express that I can swipe and buy whatever the hell I want, and I have the money to pay it off. Like that's like, what? And it was like a really cool learning lesson for me. I was like, you know what? I wonder if this is like what God's trying to teach me when it comes to abundance. And it just made me that much more grateful for the journey. Like I completely realize now, like the working hard aspect of the journey is the coolest part of it. Like if I just woke up one day with $100 million in the bank randomly and everything was taken care of and like life was complete at the max level or whatever number that might be for you, that might sound theoretically awesome. And sure, don't get me wrong, like I would love to take that, like if it actually happens. But going through the journey, learning lessons like this, honestly to me, priceless.